Let's pause for a moment here. Have you ever wondered why the United States keep tens of thousands of troops thousands of kilometers away from their home? The answer lies in geography. It lies in energy, trade, and decades of military alliances. According to reports, more than 50,000 US soldiers are currently stationed across West Asia. They are spread across multiple countries. Some operate air bases, some protect naval facilities, others help train partner militaries. Many are responsible for missile defense systems. These deployments that do not happen overnight, they are a result of decades of American involvement in the region. But today, those troops are operating in a much more dangerous environment. While here, Washington and Tehran continue to accuse each other of violating understanding aimed at reducing tension. Each side says that the other is responsible for recent escalation. As trust disappears, the risk of miscalculation that grows. Sometimes wars do not begin because leaders actually want one. Sometimes war begins because one missile is misunderstood. One drone crosses a border, one military commander reacts, and suddenly neither side can step back. Well, here military experts, they often warn that this is one of the biggest dangers during periods of high tension. Not only deliberate attacks, but accidents, miscommunication, or maybe unexpected events. And that is why every missile moment, it is now being watched very, very carefully. And that is why every military moment is being watched. Every bomber deployment, every aircraft carrier, every missile battery, every radar system. Because together they tell us whether countries are preparing for peace or preparing for something much bigger. Well, the coming days will be very important. Diplomacy still has a chance here. But military preparation are also continuing at full speed. The question now is not only whether the fighting will continue, it is whether more countries will become involved, and if they do, then the consequences could reach far beyond West Asia. Can you imagine waking up, hearing air raid sirens, and then watching missiles streak across the sky? Well, that was the tense situation after reports emerged of missile that was heading towards Jordan. Iranian state media claimed that Iranian forces targeted a US military base in Jordan as part of retaliation for recent American strike. However, Jordan presented a very different picture here. Jordanian authorities said that their air defense system intercepted incoming missiles before they could reach their intended target, which is a good news, by the way. But at this stage, several details remain disputed. Different governments are offering different versions of their event. But one fact is becoming increasingly clear. American military facilities across West Asia are under growing pressure. Now, from Iraq to Syria, from Jordan to Bahrain, many US bases now face the possibility of missile or maybe drone attack if tension continues to rise. And that creates a serious military challenge. The US has thousands of personnel who are stationed across West Asia, protecting every base, every single runway, every fuel depot, and every aircraft. That is becoming increasingly difficult for them. And at the very same time, President Donald Trump, he has been sending another message to America's Gulf allies. He has argued that wealthy regional partners should contribute more towards their own security and defense. His message? Straightforward. If America provides the security umbrella, its partners should share more of financial burden. But you know what? That debate is not really new. But during an active regional crisis, it becomes much more significant because every missile fired, every interception, and every military deployment, that carries a lot of cost. The question now is simple though, is this another round of retaliation? Or is the region entering a cycle where every single strike leads to another one? History tells us that cycle can be very, very difficult to stop.